I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThatUmbrellaGuy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a
This ain't a battle, baby, it's a walk by. Showering verbal rounds on those tiny clowns and laughing as they cry. I'm no longer taking what they're giving, cause they'll lead press on life, baby, that just ain't worth living. We aren't gaining, we're at war, with points aboard or worth fighting for. Gaining inches in this battle of attrition, as case by case we pass the ammunition. Poke that umbrella guy back with this communion. Mic check, mic wreck, it's audible reunion. Syllable call-outs wrapped up in this psalm. Nuclear fallout after dropping this mic bomb. We're not snatching chains, baby, now we're snatching souls. They crossed this verbal bridge, now they're paying my tolls. The media's flatline, there's no more resolutions. No forgive and forget, this Pope ain't granting absolution. It's that umbrella guy pointing at the wrecked, laughing in their face as they keep demanding we respect. Our so-called social betters erasing all your gains. Listen and believe, wants to keep us in chains. It's that umbrella guy, declaring war on all the haters, dropping meteors on those dinosaurs, and bombing all the craters. A life in chains isn't worth living, and Pope, that umbrella guy, ain't about forgetting about you who wanted to erase the deception in the lies. The wolves in disguise, now you're back to the drive-thru. But you already knew that like your mic skills, your time was limited. Now you're bankrupt, screeching is prohibited. So can I get that combo meal with a side of verbal fry? Because tonight, baby, we're blasting the mic with the ice now walk by. Supersides in the rage from this platinum grill, feasting on our anger, nah, this ain't a happy meal. Yeah, tonight's forecast isn't rain clouds, it's the rain. The Pope umbrella guy, the first mic wrecking away the remnants of the worst. What's happening? This ain't a mystery. We're relegating you to the dustbin of history. And you're done, and I'm out. I'm dustbin of history, and you're done. And now,
oh, well, maybe not out. What's up, folks? How you doing today? Oh, it's been a fascinating weekend. Whoa, man. There's been so much stuff. You know, yesterday, we started looking at organizing everything that has happened in this case. You know, we were actually, we're talking, Megan and myself, and we were like, you know, this case has gotten so big, and there's so many parts to it. Maybe we should organize and, you know, like look at all of the components. Because it's one thing to cover them. It's another thing to organize and to look through it all. And good Lord, the amount of stuff. Some of the stuff is fascinating to go back and look at too. I mean, when you go back and you start looking at those original filings, you look at the ones like that are handwritten filings, it's amazing. Now, we learned something else right at the end of last week. You know, we talked Thursday about letters going from old Brucey Bruce out to people talking about wanting to get them involved in litigation going after Jeremy. And we talked about we weren't sure those were real. We put them out there, but if they were real then, well, guess what? They were 100% legit. The people that are, that they were sent to, yeah, they got out there and tried to do damage control. Their damage control, by the way, let's see, Brucey Bruce was like, oh, they're doxing my emails. It's like, are you kidding, dude? You're a lawyer trying to go after people to get other folks to file litigation against them. Just random people. While you're on a case and you've already gotten other people involved to file 2 other cases. So, yeah, just doesn't work there. Then the people that were involved, they were like, blip, 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 blip. I mean, it's fascinating stuff. But finding out that stuff was, if you missed the last live stream, I said, there have been more and more emails that have been popping up recently. And some of these emails, oh man, some of this stuff, it's not just what they're detailing there. It's the fact that when you get down to it, when you look at everything that's being stated, I mean, they're asking people to get involved in litigation. Now, again, they'll make excuses for it. They'll pretend that there's some reasoning, justification. It's not that big of a deal, baby. Yeah, okay. I love it, though. Let me pull those up. Give me a second. I'm going to mail those back to myself, too. Just give me 1 minute. It'll take me a second here. I'm snapshotting them and I'm sending them back over. Because, again, we now have our confirmation, our undeniable confirmation. Oh, by the way, I want to bring up something, too, before I get really going. So, you know, I had my little one had her birthday. And we talked about lizards, you know, her getting a pet lizard. So we did do that. Check this little lizard out. Let me show you a picture of it. So that's her pet lizard. She did end up getting a pet lizard. It is a rescue. Now that type, any lizard can lose its tail. It had already lost its tail from whatever because it is a rescue. But they thrive without it. They will not regrow it. But they're docile. They don't have any problems with people. They don't have a lot of harsh requirements and taking care of them. Perfect pet. So I thought I'd show it off here. She's thrilled about it. Actually, I'm thrilled about it too because it's easy to take care of. 1 minute here. That is weird, by the way. YouTube is being weird today. If I disappear, I'll be back. I'm just saying. YouTube is already doing weird cutouts and stuff. I can see. What's its name? Its name is Crescent. Everything has it has an underlying food thing. I'm not really sure what the underlying food. She's always named things with like an underlying food name. It's almost a joke now, So crescent roll plus the shit. But yeah, she got it, and it's been pretty good. But yeah, I was off all weekend for things. I'm also getting personal life, personal business straight. Oh, it's good times. Let me shout a couple people out real quick. Wanda, what's up, Wanda? Hello, everyone. Well, hello back to you. Hope you had a great one this weekend. Amanda, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for your membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Appreciate you, Amanda. And Sandra D, thank you for that gifted membership there, too. So let me pull up these. I just mailed them to myself. I had to clip shot them and mail them to me. Download them real fast. It sounds like I got a kid raider. Give me 1 second.
I got a popsicle for you, too.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Here's your popsicle. That's mine.
This is yours? Actually, I don't need a popsicle right now. Can you put it up for me for later? Here.
No, it's okay.
It'll melt. It'll melt right here. I can't.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay? All right. You want me to crush it up for you?
Yeah, close stuff is my favorite.
Yeah, I know they're better that way, aren't they?
Yes, they're better. So, hey, can I say something to the chat?
Yeah, they're hearing you right now. You're saying a lot to them. Talk to them.
Hey, when you crush popsicles up, now you don't have to use. I use my kids when it's not crushed up. Yeah, with the popsicles, of course, you don't have to use your teeth dope.
Yeah, you don't have to use your teeth as much if you crush them up first. Yeah, that's true. Whoops,
yeah, and when it's crushed up, you use your hands so you don't get the popsicle pieces out.
That's right.
I like you. And I love you.
All right, take it on with you. That was good advice. The benefits of crushing your popsicle.
The palate.
Huh? Do it.
The palate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good to crush it up there, right?
The palate crushed them up.
Oh, your parents crush them up for you? Yeah, they can too. Yes, of course. All right. Thank you for that insight. Appreciate you. Love you. Yeah, Elu noted this too. Thanks for the 6 months. Lug talked you into getting a birthday lizard, and I love it. Yeah. Yes, she did. I was like, birthday lizard would be too much. And she was like, what if we get one with like not a lot of need, you know? I was like, well, good luck with that. So we went on a hunt for the easiest lizard we could find. And we did find one. It doesn't require heating lamps as long as you keep temperature in the house a certain degree and da-da-da-da-da. So it was actually pretty good. Here, let me pull this up here. All right, so we were talking like last time again. These have now been confirmed as legit. Fun times, huh? I mean, this is going to be fun times. So, this is actually a very legit email. Like, again, on, what was that, Thursday? When we discussed this? We weren't sure if these were, again, Megan and I talked about them. We said, well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but, we were going to find out. Well, luckily, the people involved decided they would do that for us, And again, think about what's going on here. You have, again, a channel. These people are mad, by the way. They're so mad that they get talked about. All right, well, there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, I'd like to remind them that I said if they brought up kids or anything like that and they decided to go after that, I would dedicate time to talking about them. So have at it. So fuck them. Also, and very importantly, one source of them talks about being in contact and communication with Lynette while running PR. Again, PR doesn't have anything to do with truth. PR, public relations, what that does is trying to promote you a better image. Again, that is the furthest thing from truth that you can get. Your better image comes from, if you have truth on your side, you don't need PR. But of course, I digress, right? Some of them are really butthurt because we keep finding out things. Again, behind the scenes, there's been this push to recruit channels, which we've seen. We've seen multiple examples of that. Multiple. Not asking people to cover, but recruiting with enticement. Hey, if you cover this, you could get 3 times the views. All you gotta do is, we see some wild stuff there. Then we see stuff like this. Again, another are you question. Are you willing to pursue what is called a declaratory judgment action? An actual lawsuit by you versus Hales. Now, they tried to downplay this and say that this was not a lawsuit, okay? This blew my mind. They were like, it's not really a lawsuit. It says it's a fucking lawsuit. It says it in the email. An actual lawsuit. Get bent, guys. Come on. Remember the words in emails. They don't mean the words that the email says. We've already ran into that once, and apparently we're going to run into it a few more times. But you got the guy involved, again, representing Lynette, has already recruited another lawyer to file other lawsuits against people because he didn't think it looked good for him. He said that himself with federal court. He didn't think it would be a good look. Therefore, he's been trying to recruit other people for lawsuits against Hales too. Again, it's wild here, but it's an actual lawsuit by you versus Hale seeking a court declaration that your use of videos constituted fair use and clearing the way for your future fair use without fear of him filing false DMCA, etc. It's fascinating too. They've actually been talking striking yet again. Oh, we've talked about some of their live streams. That's their voice. It's funny. You play a fair use statement at the beginning of your dumb fucking streams, and you don't understand fair use. But you don't understand lawsuits or reading court documents or how the court systems work. So I guess you don't understand those either. I swear to God. Swear to God. If so, though, I think there'll be lawyers willing to handle that for no upfront fees. Just a matter of finding one or two of them out there. Again, I'll find you a lawyer out here. No upfront fees. Maybe we can bilk some money out of Jeremy. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? If this was one off, you know, and again they spin it. Oh well, it says something about DCMA. DCMA. Okay. These are the same people again that have gone out of their way to recruit and do everything else. But again, that doesn't relate. We also had, like we were talking about. These emails are all fun. There's so many of them. Wow. And it's funny. It's funny getting this glimpse behind things. Because you can see how they've tried to organize and they've tried to go after Jeremy as well. Like all the emails tell on them, you know? They tell on them quite a bit. Now, of course, you're not supposed to talk about that stuff. It's bad. It's bad, baby. It's funny. I think it is fucking absolutely funny. And again, it's not just some randos talking to each other. They try to play that off. Oh, why are people interested? Because again, they banded together. They started running PR. Admittedly, they're in communication with the person they're running PR for. Their fuck up was saying that loud and live. That was a major screw up. In fact, they keep talking about, YouTube. I've never actually seen a PR firm come in and or people run PR and run a channel. Like doing that might be a problem. That might be a real problem. Because the whole idea, they yell about misinformation. But the whole idea for PR is misinformation. And many times disinformation. So very far from the truth. But you can see, when they're talking about it, like, thanks for getting back to me. You see Bruce communicating with people. Again, this is and they're like, oh, why does anybody want to know about Brucey? Well, because Bruce is her lawyer. Bruce has been recruiting. That is pretty fucked up. As you can probably see, all the law tubers covering this case on YouTube are just piling on. There's no real objectivity, serious legal analysis, or any semblance of journalism. Remember, by the way, we've been told by Bruce that the motions that were filed, that had already been shot down in the federal case, that was going to end the case. So what does that say about legal analysis. You can disagree with legal analysis. That's one of the interesting parts of listening to lawyers or listening to anybody, disagreeing on outcomes. You know, it gets to be interesting there. But co-opted by Hales, co-opted. They have this. I mean, I always wonder. Surely these people can't be this fucking crazy. Surely, Bruce, you're not this crazy. Surely this is just a narrative. I mean, if I started running around saying, you know, in reality, they are co-opted by Lynette. Again, if you're running PR from somebody, they're telling you what to say. That's what that means. It's all about strengthening public image. If you are their mouthpiece legally, aren't you co-opted by them? If you're not, can you say, here's a challenge then. If Bruce is not co-opted by these folks, by the way, then as a lawyer, then say something negative about them. Oh, you can't because they're your client, right? Everyone else around them you can say negative things about. Again, you know, everyone from ex-lawyers, Shara, slugs, anybody like that. But it started with Megan. And PJ Media article in February grew from there. Most interesting would be how she and Hales got connected for her to do an article in the first place. And how they got the rest to jump on board. Man, how they got them. Again, they're all just sitting behind there like, nobody can have another opinion. None of them have any differing perspective. Nope, none of them agreed with the person shutting down. So again, I thought it was really fascinating that the one big major victory, remember they want you to forget things like the old grudge judge. Ye old grudge judge and all that stuff. They just want you to put that aside and forget about any of that happened. They want you to forget that existed. You know? Because if you remember that, then people would have been very spot on about what they said about the old grudge judge. 100%. Because that guy was way off in the weeds. He was wrong. And of course, you had, what happened to that lawsuit? Or that, I'm sorry, legal action? What happened to that, by the way? We just forget about that one, right? We just do over. And again, the legal system is a strange beast sometimes. You got 5 people look at something, and 5 people will see it differently. Sometimes you can very well know what the law is, and a judge see it differently. So, But anyway, it's all taking Hale's viewpoint, making stupid jokes, calling people childish nicknames. It's just using the whole sucker for cheap entertainment for bored viewers. Are you folks bored? We talked about that, like I said, the other day, and I wanted to make sure that I followed up and told you, yes, legit. And that's fascinating because there's other things that are floating around too. There are other things, other fascinating things. In their own time, they will come up. There's also one hell of, again, this is teasing it, but it will come. You know, it is not like, again, like a quote-unquote royal flush or anything like that. There is one hell of a bombshell just sitting out there. But it lands in its own time. It's going to be something. Oh, man. Now, along with this, you know, we've had some fascinating videos that have popped up. We have, again, we have a lot of stuff to catch up to. But we've had a lot of fascinating videos that have been popping up as of late. And one of them that I really wanted to talk about Give me 1 second. Let me lock this in here because this, oh man, this is John Cook. Johnny Cook. Oh man. Now this is interesting. I thought that this would be very well worth looking at because you have Cook himself speaking. He finally is speaking out. Now, we've heard some stuff with Ohio and him on the record, but this, I thought, oh man, there's so much stuff. Like I said, we were organizing things to see what had been missed and just legal documents, etc. And the sheer volume of things that are attached to this case are mind-blowing. Kid you not. By the way, while we're getting into this, I'm going to ask you to share it. I'm going to ask you to like it. Ooh, or to love it. That's right. Give it that love, baby. Hit that like button. Hit that little lover. I'm going to hit it some. I'm going to make it hard up. Hard. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I can. Look at the hearts. Oh, my God. I'm going to stop that. But no. Share it. Tell people we're live. Like the thing. And, of course, if you'd like to go further, if you would like to support the channel in our wonderful endeavors, as apparently people still call for channel strikes, and they call for it's wild. I've had better people than them threatening to take me down, by the way. So it's not really that big of a deal. It is a big deal, though. They seem to be very hyper fixated on Megan Fox. I think that's because she you notice the hyperfixation really started with Megan Fox lately. Now, what happened lately? Oh, yeah, she was on talking with Mr. Hales, right? Suddenly, she becomes like this target that gotta take down. Like, don't you find that interesting? It's almost like it was a concerted effort when somebody pops up there. Anytime they do. You know, Patty, remember when Patty did that? What happened? Oh, had to have all of her information out there. When Lloyd did that, what happened? Oh, same thing. What's happened to other people that have spoken? Grangers and more. And when Megan actually goes to that place, to that channel and talks, then the hyper fixation. They were already fixated, but it's a hyper fixation. Yeah, that starts up, and it starts up big time. Let's see here, by the way. Patricia, thanks for the 20 there. 2 fleas and are some of the most despicable people I've ever heard. They don't tell the whole stories. Also, if they want to look into others' backgrounds, why not do a stream on Lynette's background? Interviewer exes. That'd be interesting. Well, it's fascinating. They don't talk about their own backgrounds either. You know? And nobody else is doing that to them right now, are they? Huh. But yeah, they talk about like half-truths. It is fascinating. I've been trying to, some of the legal filings, like from Bruce are so just so crazy. I do like to read them. Because again, look at the narratives that come up in them. I mean, they're nuts, some of them. And it'll be interesting. He also said, oh, let me say this too. And I thought this was fascinating. So he said the other night that he had Jeremy's depot. He made that clear. And then he was like, but I'm not going to put it out there. Why would you bring that up? Is that a ho? Is that supposed to intimidate? Is that the point in that? Maybe just waving it around like a flag. What's the point in doing that, but not dropping it? I mean, that's interesting, isn't it? We could do a compare and contrast. I would love to look at that. And then we could do a compare and contrast, like I said. We could sit down and we could look at depots from certain folks. we could see who's believable. Like I said, we could have an interesting discussion over that. Maybe that's why they don't want to do that. He was like, you got 100 pages of it. Like I say, why would you bring that up? And it's fascinating, too. He threatened to sue. So this is the most fascinating part of it. And I don't think anybody's thought about this yet. So Bruce threatened to sue. Jeremy's lawyer. Why? Because of the deposition. He said that he was going to they would be involved in litigation because of it. Remember that? That was part of the email chain that we actually were privy to look over. He said he was going to sue him. Of course, I'm sure he would deny. I'd be like, no, it's not what I said. You could use the words, it's funny. Again, Bruce is funny with that. Remember, he wasn't trying to shut down channels like Veteran Nation. He just tried to shut them down and say, wait a minute, what does that mean? So I'm sure he would note that differently somehow. But he's making threats about litigation. And yet he's bringing up deposition. He's the lawyer. I mean, this is her lawyer sitting on streams talking about this stuff. I thought that was really fascinating. One second. The weather change, man, it has rocked me too. So if I mute a little bit, it's because I'm stomped up a little bit. Let's check this out together, though. I want to check this out here. Oh, man, this is going to be good. There are so many videos to look over. Like I said, I feel so far behind. There's so much stuff. We were making again, sitting down, trying to remember anything that hasn't been hit, and just discussing that. Because I've made a list of things that I've missed. I'm like, wait a minute. And there is so much of it. Remember, we may be talking about stuff that next year, or middle of next year, before any kind of conclusion happens. Hey, Lint, thanks for the 10. I spun Crook's depot and proposed t-shirts. Really? By the way, so we had a discussion. Let me note this too. So we had a discussion the other night, and I am doing this. They wanted to put out I Plead the Fifth t-shirts. And Megan and I were talking, and we were like, hey, it would be fun. We could definitely outsell them in shirts. So in the next couple of days, 2 shirts will go up. You know, the wonderful Iron Throne that we've been talking about? We're going to have a reworking of that. It'll take, like I said, a couple of days. Dead Punk, by the way, props to you. We'll have a shirt for that. And as far as another item, give me a minute here. This will be on a shirt too. Isn't that pretty? We'll see who can sell more shirts. Fun times. By the way, if you've never looked at our wonderful store anyway, ThatUmbrellaGuy.com is full of fun stuff. Check that. One second. We'll get to this in 1 second. I do want to show you one thing. ThatUmbrellaGuy.com. Let me pull it up. Oh, I was trying to remember if we'd ever really made anything associated with this. And there was the hat rack, That is the one thing. Let me pull this up. I think this was funny. I was like, oh yeah, we did have a coffee cup that came up. So check this out here. Like I said, then we'll lock it and it will cover this. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Here. Isn't that pretty? Keep calm or I'll put you on the hat rack. I love it. I love it. So we have put that there for. That actually does make a funny coffee cup. But we're gonna have the iron throne, the iron bucket. That's gonna be one. And again, we're not using anybody's names, likenesses, or anything like that. Again, you can see my wonderful I plead the fifth. Anyone can beat the fifth, right? Anyone. So anyway, let's get back to what we were doing here. Yes. That is ThatUmbrellaGuy.com if you'd like to check that out. I don't do anything through... Here's the thing I learned too. I learned this from other trials. I control my own website. Why? Because assholes like that, when you start laughing and having a good time and be like, hey, I can outsell your t-shirts. They'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to strike you down. Good luck striking down ThatUmbrellaGuy.com, baby. Because we control it from beginning to end. We control the space for it. we have the hosting. We have the people that put it together. Oh my God. It's so good. You can't get it shut down on the printer inside of it. Good times. Fun times. And also David. Let me give you love to Dave. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Thank you. All right, let's get this on here. I know. I'm in a good mood today. It is a Monday, by the way. It's been 3 days since I've seen you lovely people, so I am a little excited. Let's do this. Here we go.
Examination terminates right now.
You don't have authority to do that. You know that, right? He's not your client.
John Crook's deposition, in which he has no legal representation, but Silver Scam is going to come in and do some of the most immoral, unethical, and frankly, illegal things that I have ever seen.
Right, the time is 1:11 p.m. and we're currently on record. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is Attorney Randy Shockett of Shockett Law Group in Trenton, Florida. I've just spoken with the deponent and provided him the link. He's having internet problems. He said he will try to sign on, but he's having internet problems. So I have no problems waiting until 1:30. But we can let the record reflect that there was no problems before taking a Zoom video from that location. But we'll wait. It's fine.
Okay, we'll be standing by.
Okay, the time is 1:11 p.m. and we're back off record.
Oh, this could be
With that, the time is 1:17 p.m. and we're currently on record. Good afternoon. My name is Alyssa Arms from Court Scribes, and I'll be the court reporter for today. We're here today, February 9th of 2024, by remote appearance for the purpose of recording the video deposition of John Cook in the matter of Lynette Preston versus Jeremy Brian Hales. Case number 38-2023-DR-000416-DRA in the Circuit Court of the 8th Judicial Circuit in and for Levi County, Florida. Will counsel please state their appearance for the record?
Yes, good afternoon. This is Randy Shockett of Shockett Law Group in Trenton, Florida, on behalf of Mr. Hales.
Do I have any other counsel present to make appearance?
I'm certainly present. I was waiting for Mr. Feather to announce his appearance on behalf of his client.
Mark Feather on behalf of Jeremy Hales.
Joshua Silverman on behalf of Lynette Preston. My paralegal Brent Lanier is also observing the deposition today.
Thank you. Mr. Cook, if you can please raise your right hand.
Lynette's not here. She went back to the shed. Hand up.
Do you, John Cook, swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yep.
Thank you. Counsel, you may begin.
Okay, good.
I wonder, by the way, like, what's the over-under on her actually standing by the window? What do you think the over-under on that is? I'm just curious, you know, because when she was out there, obviously, John was around. I mean, you could 100% tell that. I mean, she communicated in him. So what do you think? What do you think the odds are on that? If we're going scale of 0% to a scale of 100%, what do you think is the percentage that she is right in there, actually listening and seeing what's going on? Off in the shed, indeed. I'm curious. I'm waiting to see how many 100%, million percentages there. I heard her. I mean, it's crazy. We've got to finish her depo. I know I've said that for a while. New stuff pops up all the time. But anyway.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cook. What do you prefer I call you? I can call you John, or I can call you Mr. Cook?
Call me anything you want.
What do you prefer?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Anything you want. Okay. Signposting scammer. Would you like me to call you that? No. We said call you anything you want. I wonder how far of an invitation that is legally.
All right. We're going to get into this case pretty quickly, but I want to just go over some background stuff pretty quickly. Have you ever given a deposition before?
Yeah, I think I have many years ago.
What was it about?
An injury.
Whose injury?
My injury.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I got hurt at work.
Okay. Was it a workers' comp?
Yes.
Yes? I'm sorry. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
the thing too, let me note this. Lawyer, being indignant is typically not something that someone would tell you to be. You notice that. I don't care who it is. I don't care. Like I said, any side of this, being indignant. You could be funny, you could be snarky, but just like, hey, screw you. That feeling, oh my God. You got to remember, if this were working out in the way that this stuff should indeed play out, what you should be thinking is, a judge is going to see this. And a judge, is going to be looking at all of your reactions, how you answer questions. Now, again, somebody might get on your nerves, but, and then when you're indignant, if emotion gets the better of you, that could be understood. But from go, like, hey, what's your name? That's usually not the best way to go. By the way, just one person's opinion. Thanks for 5. I'm not on trial. Behind this wall is my bathroom. This stuff has been amazing. It has been. You also notice Lynette's name at the bottom.
Just to refresh you, this is a deposition, is a court proceeding. I can tell you, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. You're going to be answering those questions under oath. There's 2 other attorneys here. They may or may not ask you questions as well. But you do understand you're under oath. You just took an oath to tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And even though you're at home.
One thing he's doing that's better than Lynette, I will say. I'm going to give credit for this, at least right this moment. Again, we'll see how that handles. We'll see what happens. But yes, no questions always. Oh, hey, I got a kid ready.
I'm carrying my book and you can't take that.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it, but don't use it right down here, okay?
Hey, have a book on. If you have a book on,
yeah.
Press it slowly so you can get some light, and press it fast if you want to run and get all the bugs you want.
Well, hey, go see if it'll pick up stuff in your bedroom. See what it'll pick up. See what's strong enough to pick up. Okay. She has a bug gun. It's like it's a little suction thing where you capture bugs. That's what she was telling me about. She was showing it to me. So that's what she was saying. Yep, take it upstairs.
No, I lost something.
We'll find it in a minute.
No, I lost something else.
We'll go see if it'll pick up those any beads if there's any left. Go see if it'll pick them up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me shove this off there. Connie B, thanks for 5. If you're going to be indignant, you should at least be right. That's true, too. That is actually a very, very good statement with that as well, you know. Liaison, check your Twitter messages. I'll have to check those out. I'll look at them while we're doing this. All right, here we go.
Home, and none of us are in a courtroom right now. The answers you're giving us today are still subject to the same penalties of perjury as if we were in a court of law. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to make sure you have a complete understanding of the answers you are giving. When I ask you a question, I'm going to assume you understand it. Unless you don't understand it, then you can tell me what it is you don't understand, and I'll be happy to rephrase it in a way that we understand each other so that you can answer a question that you understand exactly what I'm asking. So if you need clarification, just let me know. All right?
Oh.
And if you need to take a break, that's fine. Just let us know. We'll take short breaks from periodically. And the only thing that's going to be stipulated to here is that if there's a pending question, you can't take a break. Just answer the pending question, then we can have a break. All right?
Yep.
All right. Did you bring any documents with you today, or any videos or anything?
Nope.
Do you have any videos related to this matter with Jeremy Hales?
Nope.
Do you recall testifying in a court of law in Ohio recently in a case with Mr. Hales?
Did I testify in I'm testifying for Florida, not for Ohio.
Okay, I take back anything that I said before. Do you recall testifying, past tense, in a court of law in Ohio? I'm testifying in Florida. What now? What? Well, oh my God. That's funny. What do you mean past tense? What the fuck does that mean? This is Florida, damn it. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I'm not witch hunting in Ohio. Plain and simple.
Did you testify under oath?
Witch hunting? Wait. Let me hear that one more time. I missed that part there.
Do you recall testifying in a court of law in Ohio recently in a case with Mr. Hales?
Confusion?
Did I testify?
I gotta hit the witch hunt part.
I'm testifying for Florida, not for Ohio. I'm not witch hunting in Ohio.
Oh, I'm not witch hunting in Ohio. What is this, Salem? You're not throwing me in water to see if I float. I'm not taking a bath for you. You're like, what? What is going on? Witch hunting. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Give me a second, I gotta get ready. Yes.
Oh, that popsicle is wet.
Did you? Oh yeah, you said that. Here, take this upstairs for me.
No, it's too close. I don't want to.
Take it upstairs.
No, it's too close.
Take it upstairs.
No.
Right.
Hey, this light works in your mouth. You just have to put it not too close.
Don't put that on your mouth. There.
Don't put it too close. Don't put it too close.
Okay.
Just put it like this.
Oh, and it'll show you what. Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, she stepped on the she left a popsicle down here, and I was sitting on the floor, and she stepped on it. She's like, "Oh my God, that's gross." You thought she stepped in something. Oh my God. Butson, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Oh, what's up, Aussie Wombat? Man, what's up, Aussie Wombat? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Everyone else appreciate you too. Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 2 there. He has no pupils. And yet he is a teacher, right? And yet he is a teacher. He has no pupils. Wrong pupil. Oh, yeah, sorry. Those people, they are pretty small. They are very tiny. What are you talking about, cunning linguist? He's not witch hunting in Ohio. Holy shit, that's amazing. See, these guys, I need to get out my notebook real quick. There's another t-shirt. Give me a second. I gotta get out my notebook here. Oh, that is another t-shirt. I'm not witch hunting. I'm writing this down. Give me 1 minute. Witch hunting. I have to have some old school Salem garb. Salem Tuck is on the prowl. I'm not witch hunting. Okay, here we go.
Plain and simple.
Did you testify under oath in the state of Ohio this year in a case involving Mr. Hales?
You want to ask me a Florida question? Go for it.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
No, I'm not on trial here. This is about. Is this not about Florida?
Oh my God. I've never seen stuff go like this. This stuff is gone. Again, I mean, run up. It had nothing to do. What he's asking about is videos. Remember, he started out. He was like, "Hey, do you have any videos or any pictures or proof or anything that you're going to present to a court? Did you bring any of that stuff?" No. Okay, well, did you testify in Ohio? This is Florida. I'm not witch hunting. I'm not answering questions. Ask me Florida. They are fucking Florida questions. That has to do with it. They can also ask you, they can pretty much ask you whatever. You can have a lawyer sit in there and object to things, but you still, when you're asked stuff, and this would be a very easy answer. Yes, I did indeed. I did. But no, instead we get the 3 ring circle. I'm glad, honestly, because it makes for very entertaining watch time.
Did you I'm going to ask you.
Is this not about Florida?
You know who gets, this is the good thing about the position. Sir, I get to ask the questions. You don't get to ask questions. So let me ask you again for the third.
You notice how, here's a good thing about this. I get to ask you the questions. I'm not the one being asked here. I'm not the one that's involved in litigation. You're the one that's involved in litigation. Not me. Oh my God, look at that dude. So freaking angry already. Yvonne thinks of the 2. He's already been drinking, and it's not water. I mean, the statements again, like just being what we heard again. Let's go by again. Lynette's own statements. Her own statement said that he is drunk all the time. Also, what's his face? What is it, Landon? Another statement. All the drinking, all the time. So I don't think it would be very far-flung to think, yeah, that could be the case. That could very well be the case. Now, again, can you prove that? No, but I would say again, from somebody's own statements about him, made to police, by the way. Remember, they were made to police. I still wonder what John Cook thinks about those statements, especially about ex-wife in a bottle kept in a shed. I do wonder what he thinks about that kind of stuff, And you drove her there, buddy. That's, again, paraphrasing, but that's pretty much it. Those could have been fascinating questions, too. But hey, those are newer.
Time. Did you testify under oath in an Ohio court this year in a case involving Mr. Hales and yourself?
I've been in a case with Mr. Hales.
Did you testify under oath in that case with Mr. Hales in the state of Ohio?
I would imagine it was under oath.
Oh my God.
In that testimony,
he needs to describe to him what under oath is, Did you say that I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? That's under oath, baby, you know? I mean, hey, pretty easy to understand.
Did you tell the court that you had videos that you wanted to show the court relating to Mr. Hales?
She has them. I'm not in possession of them.
Were you in possession of them at the time of the Ohio testimony?
No, she's got
So
them. So
did you
as soon
tell-
as, no, come on.
Did you tell the truth in your testimony in the Ohio case to the
Yes.
judge? Do you know that you told the judge that I, not anyone?
He said, by the way, it sounded like, and he got cut off from this, he said, as soon as, and I'm wondering again, we don't know 100% what he's going to say there, but what if he was going with the, as soon as that was over, she had them. You know, it's like, wait a minute. Okay.
What else? I have videos I want to show today.
Right, because I would have asked her for them, and she would have gave them to me and put them on the.
Are you familiar with the videos?
No, I don't watch this stuff. I actually have a life.
No, the videos that you wanted to show in Ohio. Do you know what they were?
They were about all his perjury that he put up there. Yeah.
This stuff is fascinating. Both of them, by the way, have said repeatedly they don't watch Jeremy Hale's content. But they seem very familiar with Jeremy Hale's content. How does that work? I'm just curious about that, by the way. Because, like, I don't watch them. I've got a life. Really? What exactly do you do during your life? You know? You wander around property, according to Lynette. You wander around, get drunk all day, and you have a pew-pew in your pocket. I digress.
Everything
You don't
that
have
came
them.
out of his mouth is perjury.
Okay, and you don't have them, right?
At
You don't
this
have them?
moment? At this moment, no. Can I get them? Absolutely.
Okay, you were ordered to bring them. So how could you get them? What do you need to do to get them?
What videos are you looking for?
The videos you just described. What you said you could get them. What do you need to do to get those videos?
I would have to talk to Michelle. They're in her possession. And they will be being brought back to Ohio with a lawyer in Ohio. So
Okay. So
Wait. So they will be brought back with the lawyer and all. Are you telling me about one copy? Is that how I'm understanding this? Because I mean, if they're being brought back, that's the way that sounds, right? Yeah, I don't have them right now. I'd have to ask for them, and they're going to be brought back from Ohio. Wait a minute. I'm confused here. You know, do you think when you make a copy that somehow you're transferring the original from disc to disc? There's only one copy. It just keeps jumping around. Oh my God, I don't know. I'm confused.
What I'm gonna do is I have some exhibits. I am gonna open up for the court reporter and everybody a Dropbox. And as I announce, I will put them into the Dropbox. I will also share them in this video here as well. So we can have that done in two ways. So what we're gonna do, is show the first.
What was that? What was that? What are you doing, John?
In this video here as well. So we can have that done in two ways. So what we're going to do, is show the first.
You ever watch like videos where people do like crazy shit during deposition, and you're like, what just happened? This could be one of those. Oh my God. These could be on every clip channel out there and its mother.
Sorry. All right. I'm going to show you our first deposition exhibit. Did you were served with a subpoena to attend this case, right?
Yes, I was.
People are like, he's talking to, I don't know, maybe they're sharing a Stanley Cup. Maybe she's over there, you know? I mean, they're Stanley Cup enthusiasts, right? Maybe they're sharing a sippy straw. Like the straw. We saw some straw acrobatics last time, so I don't know. And again, I'll leave that up to you what's going on there. In my mind, my mind's filling in the blanks for sure.
Ordered to attend this witch hunt. Absolutely.
I was ordered to attend this witch hunt.
This is going to be exhibit number 1. Let me make sure everybody can see that screen. Can you see that screen? Everyone? Make it bigger if you need it. Please give me some feedback here. Can you see it?
You can see it. You can see it fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
What was that
Mr. Cook,
noise?
did you receive this subpoena you're referring to right here? Sir?
Yes.
All right. You see where you were told you were to have with you complete all these documents that relate to the claims made in this case by the petitioner, that's Ms. Preston, and against Mr. Hales.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, too. He keeps calling this a witch hunt, right? Okay, well, this isn't action brought by Jeremy Hales against her. This is her action you're looking at here. So it's fascinating. Maybe I don't understand how witch hunts work. But typically, you know, if you were describing a witch hunt, at the time, you know, if you're talking Salem, for example, it was utilization of the law to hunt and burn witches. Or crush them, or drown them, or whatever, you know, but to end witches. So maybe they describe, maybe there's a different kind of witch hunt I don't understand. But anyway.
And includes videos. It's a very broad definition. There it is, videos right here.
I'm not in possession of them.
Okay, you just testify you can get them. You didn't make any attempts to get them prior to appearing on this video deposition today?
Again, I'm not under. This isn't my court case.
Oh my God.
You made no
attempt. I'm not being charged with anything.
You made.
Oh my God. You're being deposed. It doesn't matter if it's your court case or not. Holy crap. Oh, man. I feel like I'm watching one of the hater channels right now, because it seems to be their understanding of law, too. They'd be like, yeah, he's right. He's right. No, that's not how deposition works. Oh. You get orders. You're asked to bring X, Y, and Z. You're asked to tell the truth, etc., etc. Oh, man. You know what would be awesome? They should co-write a legal book. I would love for Lynette and for John Cook to write a legal how-to. Wouldn't that be amazing?
No attempt to get these documents before appearing for a video deposition today?
Again, I'm not on trial here. Your client is.
You made no attempts.
I'm not on trial here. Your client is.
You made no attempts.
I'm only sitting here just to appease you.
Okay, you know, we're going to make another rule here. I won't interrupt you, or I'll try not to if you don't interrupt me. Is that fair?
Go for it.
You made no attempts to bring those videos you just referenced prior to appearing on screen for this video deposition today. Isn't that true?
I'm not in possession of them.
You made no attempts.
I can't get possession of anything that I don't have.
Right.
You're dealing with somebody I divorced 5 years ago.
You just said
you get stuff from your ex-wife?
If you remember again,
Wait
I
a
get to
minute.
ask the questions.
Are these the people that they travel together and do all this stuff? But are you doing stuff with your hand? That's a little bit different, don't you think? I mean, oh my God. They just appeared in a trial together, or in a legal proceeding, rather, we'll say, together. Oh, my brain hurts some days. It's funny, but it depends on if you focus on the humor or the stupid in the statements. Because the stupid hurts. It hurts a lot. Or your biases, things too there. It's more on Olympics. John's going for the gold. Indeed, man. I wonder. And now he is attempting freestyle law acrobatics. Oh, man. He's going to go for the high bars. Let's see if he can make it.
So, again, we'll just keep doing this because it's you need to answer.
Keep going.
You made no attempts to talk to Miss Preston, since you said she has the videos, to have her give you those videos before you appeared for this video deposition today. Isn't that true? You just said that.
I didn't say that.
Then what attempts? Tell us.
I
what
didn't
attempts
say
you
that.
made? Now we're making some progress. What attempts did you make to get those videos from Ms. Preston prior to appearing at deposition today?
Again, I'm not in possession of them.
Court reporter, read back the question.
I didn't do anything with those. So you're saying you didn't attempt to get them? I didn't say that. So what attempts did you make? Well, I'm not in position. What is going on?
What attempts have you made to get the videos for today?
I'm not in possession of them.
What attempts? You understand when I say attempts, it assumes what you're saying is true, that you're not in possession of them. So
Correct.
say you're not in possession of them, we understand that. There's no need to keep repeating yourself. You're not answering the question. Did you make any attempts to ask Miss Preston prior to this deposition today?
I'm not in possession.
Again, we interrupt. I thought we were doing well, but I promise I won't interrupt you if you don't interrupt me. I'll do my best. Please do your best not to interrupt me. Did you make any attempts to talk to Miss Preston about giving those videos that you described earlier?
I can't recall.
All right. At least that's an answer. Fine. Okay.
At least that's an answer. So we get 13 minutes into this. And we've essentially made it past what? One question. Now, unfortunately, this will be cut short. But you can see how this was really going to go the extra mile. I mean, oh my God. Not one, but two people that act like this in court. I mean, how? Oh, how do you get that together? Michelle, thanks for the vibe there. What's sad is that Hale's announced that they are selling the 70 acres and that George is sick. Yeah, I mean, I wish them well. I mean, it's the stress. Like how can this stuff, like again, we're laughing at what's in this, because you need some laughter in it. But reality is, at some point, this impacts everything in your life. It has become all-consuming. And we're not talking YouTube material here. We are talking about something that consumes your health, that consumes your mental well-being. There's some people out there applauding that, by the way, while coming up with their own conspiracies about what's happening. Fascinating there. But yeah, you could see how this could cause problems. And again, I'm not saying that is, but it doesn't make it better. Even if you have a medical problem that is unrelated to this, stress does not allow you to get well, to feel or to be well. Like that is the ugly side of all of this stuff. And it doesn't go away between videos. It hasn't gone away for a long time. And these people, I want to add this too. These people don't give a fuck. Like, ultimately, they don't give a fuck about what happens. You can tell. If they were worried about the outcome of trial, they wouldn't act like this. Like, this is probably the best lens into it. Because anybody knows when you're going into a court of law and you're doing something, you put your best foot forward. If they were, you know, they don't. I mean, ultimately, I really do wonder, do they care if they lose? Because what's going to be taken? Maybe land? Possibly. I mean, besides that, what else? They're already telling you they're indigent. They have nothing to take. But they approach this like they don't care. Ultimately, when all the hate channels and stuff approach this, they approach it as destroy everything related to Jeremy Hales. It is a continuation, in my opinion, of everything that we've seen go on so far. They're just an extension of it.
Do you have any history of a felony or a misdemeanor?
Nope. And again, I'm not on trial.
Wait.
Which one is it? Is the answer? Which one is it? Is the answer no, or were you trying to say you're not on trial?
I'm not on trial.
So you're taking back your answer no?
Yeah, I'll take it back. I'm not on trial.
I take it back.
So
now.
you're refusing to answer the question?
Is on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Yeah, I thought Jeremy was a liar and he perjured himself all the time and everything else. He just flat out told you, flat out said, I don't have any history, none whatsoever. And then he went with the, I'm not on trial. Like I said, you know, the craziest part of this is there's no ramification for actions like this. Nothing.
Fine.
What does that mean? Yes, you are?
It means I'm not on trial.
Do you have any histories of being convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor, sir?
I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Your client is. Got nothing to do with me.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
I answered it.
No, you didn't. You just said
Yeah,
you're not.
I did. I'm not on trial.
That's not responsive.
It's not an answer.
I'm not on trial.
Do you have any history of a felony or a misdemeanor convictions in your background?
I'm not on trial.
I think that's an answer in itself.
I'm going to ask you for the last time, then we'll certify the question. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony in the last 10 years? Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime that involves dishonesty?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty or no low contendory to a felony?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty to a crime that involves dishonesty or pled no low
I'm not on trial.
You just interrupted me. He was doing well. Have you ever
What did he say under his breath? What was that?
Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
I couldn't hear it. Sorry.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony in the last 10 years? Yes or no?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever been convicted of
See
a
if I can catch
crime
what he says.
that involves dishonesty?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty or no low contendory to a felony?
I'm not on trial.
Have you ever pled guilty to a crime that involves dishonesty or pled no low
I'm not on
contendory?
trial.
You just interrupted me. He was doing well. Have you ever pled guilty or no low contendory to a crime involving dishonesty?
Just the facial expressions.
Are you done?
Are you done?
I get to ask the question.
Are you done? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, again, this would not be tolerated in any other place. This shit would never have been tolerated. I mean, seriously. This would have never been tolerated anywhere else. Acting like that. Are you done? I mean, he started out so well. Yes and no's. You know. But he knows. He knows exactly where that goes. The questions and the way that he's responding, they answer them pretty well for you, I think.
Questions. Did you
Well,
answer
that's
that?
why I'm asking you. Are you done?
You
So I
don't
can
get to
answer?
ask questions.
I'm
You don't
not
get
on
to-
trial.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, and you feel that satisfactorily answers the question.
Yeah, I'm not on trial. Your client is. Why don't you ask him
Reporter,
about,
all of
why
these
don't you
questions,
ask him about
sir,
how many times he's been served with stuff?
to the court reporter, all of those questions
Burned with
regarding
stuff.
his criminal background are to be certified, and we're going to rush order this transcript.
Go for it.
Okay. Do you know, were you married to someone named, let's start from the beginning. You said Illinois, so were
I'm
you,
not on trial. I will not get into my own personal life, so you might as well just zip right by him.
we're not doing anything. I get to ask the questions, you get to answer them, and if you don't answer them, we will see what the court says. Okay? So, do you have a history of domestic violence?
No.
Do you know who Lori Cook is or was?
My ex-wife.
Do you ever have any domestic violence cases against Lori Cook or involving Lori Cook and yourself?
Again, I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question, yes or no?
Again, I'm not on trial.
Are you refusing to answer the question, yes or no?
I did answer it. I'm not on trial.
Certify the question. All right, let's talk about Miss Preston. When was the first time you met Miss?
He didn't like that line of questioning, did he? You know? It's fascinating, by the way. I wonder whether there's hate channels applauding that. Again, applauding people that not only, again, look at that. And from Lynette's own mouth, they keep his ex-wife in a bottle in the shed because she could never get past things that he did to her. Those are the people that they defend. Amazing, isn't it? They're on, again, that's the person that they run PR for saying that. But they're running PR for this person too. You can see it. Maybe people should ask them about that. How do you feel about that? Huh? I guess they're okay with that. I guess they're okay with rubber stamping that.
Preston, and she's the petitioner in this case.
Again, why do you need to know my personal life?
I asked you about her. When did you first meet her?
I don't know, about 10 years ago.
All right, how?
Sheesh. We were chatting, I think, online.
Okay. Thereafter, the relationship started. Did you marry her? You said ex-wife. When did you marry Miss Preston?
I have no clue.
Are you still married to her?
Nope.
How long have you been divorced?
I don't know, about 5 years.
Okay. When did you first move in with Miss Preston?
I don't know.
Where were
When did
you?
you move in with your ex-wife?
Again, you just don't see. You don't get to ask the questions. It just delays things. So again, let me ask you. You have no clue. That's the answer. So you've known her about 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
You know, it's that shade
In your opinion,
of,
is she a true
that shade of that he turned, by the way. Got to get over there. Looks like he's drinking, by the way.
truthful person?
Yes.
Has she ever lied to you?
No.
Has she ever lied to you? Never.
Where did you?
That's fascinating. You know, you ask, I'd be curious to see somebody do like a personality inventory with these folks because they have control questions. You know, they ask things about, have you ever? Has she ever lied to you? Of course, man. You know, a little lie or anything. They ever lied to you one time out of your relationship? Never. So she doesn't lie. Now that's an interesting thing too. So she doesn't lie to you. So all that stuff that she says, I would have loved the question of does she lie? Because if we're going further with that, then the statements about him, well, they become very interesting, wouldn't they?
You lived with her when you first moved in with her.
Port Charlotte.
Port Charlotte. Okay. Where did you graduate high school?
Ken, you can. I'm not giving out my personal stuff.
You're refusing to answer that question?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you have any education beyond high school?
Again, it's none of your business. I'm not on trial.
These two questions are going to be certified as well.
Go for it. Certify them all.
Do you hold any licenses other than the driver's license?
Motorcycle license.
Anything else?
Nope.
So it's a motorcycle only license?
Yep.
You're not allowed to drive a car?
Again, that's common sense.
Is that yes? You're not allowed to drive a car?
I can drive a car.
So why do you have? Is it a specialized license for motorcycles?
Yeah, it's like an add-on.
Okay, so you have a motorcycle plus.
Is it a license only for motorcycles? Yes. So you can't drive a car. That's common sense. Wait, what? Oh my God. It's common sense. Maybe I don't understand the English language. Do you only have a license that allows you to drive motorcycles? Yes. So you can only drive motorcycles. What? That's common sense. Yeah, common sense would dictate you couldn't drive a car with that then, right? Oh my Lord. Oh.
An operator's license, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anything about Ms. Preston being court ordered? I'm sorry, let's strike that. Let's start again. Do you know that Ms. Preston, while she was living with you, was permitted to have supervised visitation in a court order with her grandchildren?
To make an objection under Rule 12.310D. I don't believe that this has any relevance to this case whatsoever. If you wish to make a case,
answer.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Shockett.
You just say objection to form. I don't believe in speaking objections.
Excuse me, Mr. Shockett. I'm not objecting to the form of the question. I'm objecting under Rule 12.310D. Pursuant to that rule, the deposition will terminate as to this subject matter until it is taken before the court on proper motion.
Okay. I asked him, do you know? So I'm not going to get in discussion with you.
I agree, sir. There will be no discussion. I have made the motion. The rule is clear.
Sir, I was worried about this kind of speaking objection stuff, but we're gonna move on. Sir, do you know someone named Paul Bloom?
What?
Do you know a man named Paul Bloom? He works as a child protective investigator for DCF.
No.
Well, as DCF, when I say DCF, it's Department of Children and Families in the state of Florida. Has DCF ever visited your property in Otter Creek, Florida?
Yeah, he keeps having the people call in on us. 11 times and 11 times, never found a problem.
So, DCF has been there 11 times?
It went to the governor's office, and the governor cleared us.
DCF has been there 11 times since you've been to Otter Creek?
I don't believe the governor. Wait. What's the governor involved with DCF?
All right.
Yeah.
Who do you know is causing these DCF visits to your home?
That's a
Jeremy
hell of
Hale
a statement.
states on a. I seen it somewhere. He states
you don't watch this
that
video. Do you watch this video?
He states that he's done it and he's encouraged his fans to do it.
Oh, so you're taking
along with
I thought he said he didn't watch Jeremy Hale's content. This is a fascinating statement because it's about Jeremy Hale's content. And he said earlier that he has a life and he doesn't watch Jeremy Hale's content. He doesn't watch videos pertaining to Jeremy Hale's. And yet he's making a statement. It doesn't matter if it's a true or not statement. It's a statement about content. So doesn't that, Anyway, continuing.
IRS, fishing game, everything else. So
okay. So
if
why
you're
do
going
they
to get into those questions, get into those, I can answer them real quick.
Do you know of anyone else that? Wait, did DCF tell you that Mr. Hales reported you?
Yep.
Did DCF tell you anyone else reported you?
He's got thousands of people calling them and wasting government time.
Did DCF? We're wasting deposition time. If you listen to my question and answer them, did DCF tell you that Jeremy Hales reported you to DCF?
I don't know.
Did DCF tell you that anyone else
He just said he
reported you
did.
to DCF?
Again,
He just said that Jeremy Hales did. By the way, I would like to make a disclaimer here. This is my public service announcement. You do not contact anyone that is associated with anything in this case. Don't contact anyone. You watch this. It is to see what's going on. We don't need to contact any place. So, I'm making that very clear in my statements. But yeah, he said at the beginning there, in the first round of it, they 100% did say that. Yes. I don't know if they did.
and Michelle talks to DCF.
I thought you did.
I overheard.
You've never spoken? Okay, is it your testimony?
Have they asked me questions like he's had me come in and these ridiculous things? Yes, I've had to answer some questions with them.
Okay. And when you say he, you just not, maybe you don't know his name.
Well, it's fascinating again. So I'm curious about this. And again, no contacting anyone, making this clear. But I'm very curious because, again, Lynette Preston herself has made statements about him. She's made statements. So those statements only qualify when? Like, I'm very confused about that stuff. The questions that are being asked, are those questions based on statements that she herself has made? And again, I'm not talking about questions like, hey, you know, your property because there's nails here. I'm talking about straight up statements about John Cook. Because they blame everything on Jeremy. Every single thing. But again, she's made some very troubling statements. She made them again. We watched fucking police discuss it. Now she blamed Jeremy Hales for this insane conspiracy where everything came up. But while she was doing that, she said that he lies all the time. He's always a liar. And then again, his ex-wife. I won't go through the whole thing again there, but.
Do you know his name is Paul Bloom?
No, there's been at least 6 workers that I've seen out here that Michelle's talked to.
Okay. Have you only talked to one gentleman? You keep saying he.
No, it's a she.
Okay. So you don't know Mr. Okay, so your testimony, now listen to this question. Have you ever spoken with a male child protective investigator with DCF in relation to this case?
There were 2 males out here, and I can't answer that because I can't remember if I talked to them.
One thing I'll tell you, in spite of what's going on here, everyone on this video right now will tell you we're all here seeking the truth. It's not a game.
Oh,
it's okay.
shit.
And if the truth is that you really can't remember, then that's the truth. That's a good answer. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that answer. It's not like a college test or high school test
No
there is a penalty for guessing. I don't want you to guess. So if the truth is you don't know or don't remember, that's great. So is it possible that Mr. Paul Bloom spoke with you, but you just didn't know his name?
Possibility. Don't know.
Oh, there we go. So I'm going to ask you some other people.
I don't know these people's names, so if you want to babble them on up, I'll say I don't know.
No. I'm going to ask you people that live in different areas. Like, do you know someone named Jess Monford in Otter Creek?
Jessica Mumford. Name sounds familiar. I don't know.
Dead air.
So you don't know Jess Monford?
Again, I just answered you.
I didn't hear you. You broke up. What? You do know
I said the name sounds familiar, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you know that Jess Monford reported you and Miss Preston to DCF?
Oh, you know what? I
What?
actually know her. She's sitting in a Michelle had her that one come over and do some work here, and she's sitting in a Georgia jail right now. Now I know the name.
Okay. So do you know that Jess Monford reported you to DCF?
Correct. After Michelle threw her off the property. Yep.
What are you okay? So did you know the day that Michelle threw off the property?
No.
Then how do you know that she reported you to DCF after Michelle threw off the property?
Because she put up her own name. The DCF.
Right.
Right.
So how do you know? Do you know what date that was?
Nope. Why don't you ask him?
So why would you sit there and say that she
Why-
reported you to DCF after?
I don't understand that answer. So, how do you know that it's called after? Well, because she put up her own name. What does that mean? Can somebody translate that for me? Saying that she would have filed it anonymously otherwise? I don't understand.
After Michelle kicked her off the property. And Michelle, you mean Miss Preston, right?
Correct.
So how do you know that she reported you to DCF after she got kicked off the property?
Because DCF showed up here
That's
and said.
By the way, this is a fascinating little discourse here too, because the blame has always pointed 100% at Jeremy Hales. Remember, every DCF investigation, every time they rattle off the number with that, they're saying that they are 100% tied to Jeremy Hales. You notice that anytime they're brought up in interviews, where you've had a lawyer bring them up or anything else, they have 100% tied them to him. And yet this is a person that they're saying this was retaliation because of some issue that they themselves had with this person. So wouldn't that be one that didn't qualify for that? It's just easier to add them all in and be like, hey, by the way. Huh. That's a fascinating little question there, to be honest. Because it does go to that heart of that claim that, again, all of these somehow in some way, they're related to Jeremy Hale.
She reported us.
Right. But the date, you said
How the hell did you got the date? You obviously talked to them. I don't know.
Okay, let's ask you, what date did Michelle kick her off the property? If you say
Hell
you
if
don't,
I know.
what? That's right. So how can you sit there and say that she reported you to DCF after Michelle kicked her off the property if you don't know the date that Michelle kicked her off the property? Isn't it possible that
because they showed up after we kicked her off the property?
So you think the DCF runs on a dime? They immediately show up at your property when someone calls?
Yes, they have to.
Okay.
It's their job.
You don't know the day that Michelle kicked off the property, right?
No.
Okay.
Take a look on your paperwork. See when DCF came on out
I
here.
don't know the date.
Then,
I don't know.
And then go 1 day back.
1 day back? Okay. Gotcha.
One or 2 days back, because that's when DCF comes out.
Did you when you lived in Northport, Florida before coming to Otter Creek, right?
My life's not important in Northport.
You and Miss Preston lived in Northport, Florida before coming to Otter Creek, correct?
I live in Northport, yep.
Okay. Did you ever have DCF contact?
I also want to note something with this, just to say. So, if you're curious about a little question, you should look this up. Ask, look up the laws on this. Look up Department again of Children and Families. Are they supposed to tell a person who made a complaint? Are they supposed to note that? No, they are not. They're not actually supposed to be going on your property and telling you. If they are doing that, complaints are supposed to be confidential. Therefore, people will feel that they have the ability to go in to make a complaint, dealing with children. And they won't seek somebody won't seek retaliation against them. Because oftentimes reports, in instances, and I'm not talking about this instance, I'm not making a statement pro or con on what is happening in this place. I'm saying just in any instance, oftentimes you will have family members, close friends, they reach out and they make reports. And if you have workers that are going out to these places and they are piercing that veil of confidentiality, that is an issue. That is a real issue.
You or Ms. Preston while you lived in Northport, Florida? Are you talking to somebody?
No, I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
I'm looking forward like I'm talking.
Was DCF ever over at my Northport house? Yeah, we had to take possession of, or Michelle took possession of her grandchildren.
Yes, exactly. Andrew in chat noted. We make it look up their confidentiality statements with DCF. look that up. I mean, that is an alarmingly period. And I'm not, again, talking about this case. I'm talking about any case. If they're going out and they're discussing who is making a claim, that could be a real problem.
All right, that's a yes to the question. So do you know someone named Samantha Wilson from Northport, Florida?
Samantha Wilson? Hell no.
Do you know Catherine Wilson in Northport, Florida?
No.
Do you know Connie Bruni in Northport, Florida?
Crazy Connie? Yeah, I do.
What is she a truthful person?
Nope.
She lied to you?
She's so mad at me, I had her thrown off the Republican. She was the top Republican volunteer. And because of her corruption, we caught her and we got her thrown off. She don't like me.
In retaliation,
she don't like me.
Okay, in retaliation for that, she called DCF?
Yep.
What about Miss Preston's daughter, Michelle Preston? Has she called DCF on you guys while you're up here in Otter Creek?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So you said that DCF came out 11 times before you got cleared? Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, before the governor cleared us.
So 11 times. What happened?
Governor
Why did it take 11 times to clear you, if you know?
Because they kept making up stories and changing them until they ran out of stories.
And do you know which one?
No. Ask CPS.
Did you ever have like an outdoor bucket that you, by the way, are you the adopted father?
Nope.
Okay. We call it, what do you take care of the daughter currently?
I watch her.
You watch her. Okay.
But it's here.
Did you ever have, sorry, one second.
But it's here.
I'm going to show you. This is going to be exhibit 2.
Sorry, I hit my mouse there. Sorry about that. Stealing cats.
All right. Let me show you. If you can
Stanley
identify this, if
enthusiast,
you've seen
man.
it or not, just let us know. This is exhibit 2. Have you seen this? Do you know what this is?
Music, I like how it's
Could be. That's that. What do you call those things? The toilet. Composting toilet.
Where is that currently in your house right now?
No, actually, we have plumbing right here in the RV.
But you recognize this as a toilet that you used before in Otter Creek, Florida?
I've never used it.
Has it been in your property in Otter Creek, Florida? This exhibit 2, which is a bucket toilet?
It's a composting toilet.
Has it been in your home in Otter Creek, Florida?
Has it been in my RV? No.
Has it been on your property?
I have plumbing that runs into a septic system.
Right. Do you recognize this compost toilet, as you're calling it? Where was it on your property, not in your RV?
Out by the shower.
I really wish we could see the pictures, by the way. Are they actually talking about an actual composting toilet? You know? I don't know if you've ever, like, if you look up a composting toilet, like a bucket versus, I'm very curious about, like, what got brought up there.
What? What?
It's an enclosure area.
What?
Is there carpeting in that area?
What happened there?
Out by the shower.
What?
What?
He's like, what? What?
What?
It's an enclosure area.
Is there carpeting in that area?
It's got partial carpeting, but it's tile. It's cement. Brick.
Is this exhibit that you see here, this toilet, is this currently on your property in Otter Creek, Florida?
I don't know for sure on that one, but it's something I don't use. I use indoor plumbing, so does she. So
why do you have this on your property? Or why did you ever have this on your property?
It's not mine. If you want a question, ask Michelle.
I'm asking you. It's on your property.
I don't have to.
Oh my God. Why do you have this composting toilet? I don't know. Ask her. What do you use a composting toilet for? I don't know. Oh, it's pretty funny. Okay.
I told you. See this right behind this wall here? I have indoor plumbing. This is what I use. I have an indoor shower. I have everything right here.
He's gonna knock a hole in it if he's not careful.
Let's talk about DCF again.
If that wall falls down, I'm just gonna say, if that wall fell down or something while he's banging on it there, it did not sound very good. Well, there, you know, when I'm knocking on something and it sounds like I'm knocking on tissue paper, just I don't know. maybe I might stop knocking on it, but what do I know?
Did DCF ever tell you that you need to stay in your camper RV and be separate from the child?
Nope.
So does the child sleep in the RV with you at night?
All right,
Nope.
that's enough. I'm making a motion pursuant to Rule 12.310D to terminate this examination until such time as the judge can rule on the fact that this is absolutely harassing and serves no legitimate purpose. So this examination terminates right now.
You don't
It'll
have
take-
authority to do that. You know that, right? He's not your client.
Sir, if you would read the relevant rule, I am making a
Sir,
motion pursuant to.
Okay, you're making a motion for
Whoa.
protective order to terminate the deposition.
Until such time as the judge can rule on my objection that this deposition is being taken for the purpose of harassing the deponent, and it is being taken in bad faith. Until such time as the judge rules upon that motion, this deposition will be suspended.
No,
I totally agree.
We are staying, you're trying to make a motion. We're going to call the judge right now, sir. Okay? Don't hang up.
Aye.
And if we can't get the judge, you need to make a complete motion for protective order. I'll refer you to those rules as well. And you need to do it in writing as soon as possible. And we're going to move for fees as well under the same rule.
Yeah, for sure. That's wild, man. Wait, you're not the attorney for this person, and yet you're interfering with the deposition? That is pretty messed up. Like, you imagine that. I just got this random person sitting in, and they're going to object and terminate. I mean, that is wild.
Hi, you've reached Shay in Judge D. Thomas's office. I am unavailable to take your call. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message.
Okay, Mr. Silverman, make your motion on the record, please. If you're done, just say you're done.
I made my motion on the record.
Okay. We are moving also for attorney's fees on the record as well.
Damn straight.
And let this be noted that this is a very time-sensitive deposition that was scheduled by Judge Thomas in a very narrow manner. The attorney, who is not even the attorney for the witness, is now wrongfully assuming, instead of even saying, don't answer the question, which he can't do, but he's now terminating a deposition in its early phases, and we only had 3 hours to do this. So we're going to move for fees as well, and we'll see you before the judge.
I mean, that's wild.
Goodbye, everyone.
Ta-ta.
Mr. Stockton, do you still want this ordered? The time is 1:53 p.m. and we're off record.
That is something to see right there. Again, can you imagine? Like I said, you have a lawyer that is not even representing the person that's there. They're sitting in, and they not only interject, but they end up terminating something. That's not highly unorthodox. That is not highly suspect. Any other place, man. I mean, this fucking place is a shit show. I mean, it's an absolute shit show. Oh my God. Can't believe how some of the stuff that happens there is just crazy. Real Riot, thanks for the 2. So, make your motion in the blue bucket. They could use it as a suggestion box, actually. We have little blue bucket suggestion boxes. Those would be cool, too. You know, we were talking about different things that you could add to the place. Those would be awesome, wouldn't they? They should find that attorney for... I mean, you know, and people are talking about this. You know, all the commentary there. Yeah, you saw how that happened. Again, any other place, I have never seen some of the bullshit that has happened in this place. You have people that decide that they're going to file pro se. You saw all of the actions that happened before things even got started. You saw how Depo went with one party. Now, we've only gone through about 4 pieces of that. Again, I think there was quite a bit more to cover. You know, there's a lot of time between when this actually will kick up a trial. There will be a lot of stuff that'll come up. There'll be a lot of stuff. But I wanted to look at that. I'm going to keep this under. I'm going to keep this under 2 hours. So I think we did good today. We kept it under 2 hours. We're going to call it here. But I wanted you to see that. Because not only did John Cook speak, some of the things that were brought up, they were really fascinating, weren't they? And then you saw how that ended. Now, tomorrow we will be on with Megan Fox. I think everything is good to go. Megan said it was good to go for tomorrow, so we'll be on her channel tomorrow. What were you talking about? Who knows? But it will be fascinating, I am sure. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. We actually caught super chats while we were going through. I kind of like doing it that way. And we'll call it a night. Appreciate you, folks. We will see ya.